the process of the European integration since the 1958, which even date back to the 1951. The former Paris Treaty, when the European Coal and Steel Consortium was established under the Treaty of Paris. The goal of the Treaty of Rome regulations already reached. The European Community members between the industrial products and import quotas and tariff barriers has been phased out. United communities and external tariff rates, and has a common agricultural policy, unified prices of major agricultural products, exports of agricultural products, implemented subsidy systems, agricultural trade between member countries, cancelled tariffs, and non-member threshold tax levied on the import of agricultural products. A common external trade policy and European monetary system is set up. In addition, the member countries to strengthen the cooperation in the field of politics, foreign policies has been established. And in December 1991, the head of the 12 members countries of the European Community in Netherlands held a meeting to reach an agreement, signed the Treaty of European Economic and Monetary Union to the Political Alliance Treaty, generally referred as a European Union Treaty, or the Maastricht Treaty. Although this experience but in the end, this treaty has been successfully in the member states countries to vote. Has been successively passed the vote in the member countries. This European integration framework has shown up in this European Union Treaty or the Maastricht Treaty. The basic framework is the coordination and the establishment of the common economic policies, and the implementation of the single currency, and the regulation of the rate of exchange between the country members. And the establishment of the unified European central bank system. And according to the timetable of this treaty, the economic and monetary union of Europe will gradually realized in the 3 steps. First is from the July 1st, 1990s to December 30th, 1993. That is the main task of this stage, is to realize the free movement of the capital within the European community. And from the January 1st, 1994 to December 1st, 1996. This stage, the member countries should further coordinate their monetary policies and prepare for the establishment of the unified central bank. The formation and the completion of the economic and the monetary union shall begin in January 1st, 1997, and no later than January 1st, 1999. The tasks as described in the schedule in order to accomplish the integration of the European community in economy and technology, social, energy, environment protection, foreign made hundreds of agreements such as such as the free flow of capital, unified customs inspection, mutual operating opening up public procurement market, and the mutual recognition of diploma qualification unity, mutual recognition license, cancelled border check, etc. And to persist issues of the European community, the member state budget allocation and agriculture development expense also got the preliminary principle solutions. And on the other hand, the European community has made substantial progress in this decision making process. For decisions on major issues within the European community, the principle of the consensus has been changed and the majority, about two-thirds, has been adopted. Finally, in 1999, when Euro was launched as scheduled, Europe's economic integration took an important step forward. The measures of European integration can be seen from the Europe in the late 1980s and early 90s. The world, the world changed and economic political conditions appears. A series of new situations appears. And to seek and adapt to the existing environment and attempt to establish a relatively stable internal structures is also cannot to deepen the integration of the new problems to overcome. From the other perspective, because the materialization itself, because the integration itself is the benefit creation, allocation and real allocation process. And when the member countries facing when the member countries when the member countries are facing internal conflicts and national interests with the European Union's common interests, its integration process will be impacted. And in the September 1992, the financial turmoil in Europe to make the monetary union for the advance of the English and Italian, hampered by their exit from exchange rate arrangement between the British and German due to the exchange rate issue, strained relations between the two sides. Once a contradiction of the risk that led to the trust crisis of the joint. And in October this year, the UK meeting of the Birmingham proposed that there is no call to cancel space, but their own exit a country be left behind. The integration principle. That makes the conflicts of the integration be released, and this depends on the interest of the participants. Whether the interests of the participants are consistent and conforming with each other. And in the process of the European integration, after the first difficulties was obviously the characteristic